As the no-till farmer is aware, when he puts his fertilizer on, especially if he's laying it on top of the ground, especially your nitrogen fertilizer, you have potential for losses due to volatilization. Also then later in the season you can also, depending upon the weather, losses to denitrification and leaching on nitrogen. So here at SFP we've got a product called NutriSphere-N, which helps to prevent those three forms of nitrogen loss, and it's proven very effective over the last few years, especially the varying weather that we've had the last couple of years especially. So phosphorus is going to be a nutrient that is not very mobile in the soil. It doesn't diffuse very much with water. Where you place it is usually where it stays. The other challenge with phosphorus fertilizer is 75 to 95% of the phosphorus, when you apply it to your soil, is going to be attached or tied up in the soil profile. And at some point in time it will unlock itself, but that's up to Mother Nature when that's going to occur. Here at SFP we've got a product called Avail, phosphorus fertilizer enhancer, that will actually protect that phosphorus molecule, and it prevents it from being tied or locked up in the soil, thus making it available to the crop that you're growing. Now, why is phosphorus important? That's what helps to establish early growth, early vigor, and that root system. Oftentimes in a no-till situation, your soils may be cooler, they may be a little bit damper, and that's also inhibits a little bit of phosphorus uptake. So if we can aid in getting more phosphorus into that plant early, we just get that crop off to a much better start. We typically see, on average in corn, just under a 10 bushel yield advantage when growers use Avail with their phosphorus application. When producers are applying manures, whether it be hog manure, dairy lagoon manure, chicken litter, the potential losses for nitrogen and phosphorus definitely are there. You can lose your nitrogen through volatilization, denitrification, and leaching. The phosphorus, we know it gets tied up in the soil and thus not available to your crop. About 18 months ago, here at SFP, we launched a new product called More Than Manure, or MTM for short, and that product actually will protect the manure in terms of it will stabilize the nitrogen that's there, and it will also protect the phosphorus from being tied up in the soil. There's also some secondary benefits that come from if you've got a dairy lagoon, or maybe you're raising hogs and you've got a hog pit. We'll get some excellent secondary benefits from reduction in crust. We'll reduce the ammonia levels in the buildings or in the barns. Also, for those folks who are spreading litter, poultry litter, just out on the fields, and you want to capture that ammonia, because we know lost ammonia is lost nitrogen. So the More Than Manure product is going to address those two agronomic needs, and we tend to see anywhere from a 10 to 13 bushel yield increase is what our data shows across the United States. And that side-by-side trial data can be found at our website under grower trials at sfp.com, and sure invite everyone to go to our website and check it out.